So here you can see I removed the stock that was on the end there. Took that off. I did just cover it up with some tape, sprayed it, put the wire and the battery that powers the board in the grip, and then just put some tape to stop that falling out there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this Heretic Labs grip, HPA grip. So that way I have the regulator and the bottle basically on the back there, which is this. And I'm going to look to stick this on my MTW. So I'm going to look to remove that grip like so. So we can put the tank straight on the back, screws on there, got its own regulator there. And I'm going to follow through the video from Wolverine itself and see how easy it is for me to do. And we'll see how we get on. That way I'll be able to use my full face mask to get a good line of sight down the gun by removing that stock. Because with the stock on there, I can't get a good view in a full face mask. And I've been wearing not a full face mask, just my glasses and a little bit of face protection, but I end up going to work on Monday with lots of marks over my face. Because although you do shoot a lot of people, you do also get shot a lot. So yeah, we're going to see how we get on with that. We're going to change that and let's see how we go. So in the box you get the grip, the line, a patch, you get some Allen keys and some O-rings and some bolts and bits and pieces, and we'll see how easy this really is to follow. So to take that stock off, it literally just screwed off. I was able to then move this out of the way and screw it the rest of the way off. So that was literally just screwed on. I'm going to pull that back pin out. And then I'm going to undo this, take my wires back out. As you can see where I put the battery there, down through the grip. I managed to put the battery line into the grip and leave the battery in there, which was fine. But now I'm going to have to take that back out to put this on. And the battery will also be in here with this little pull-out window, like so. We're going to have to plug in our line, new line, which will screw onto the back there, come down and plug into there. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to see how easy that is to do. Now I can take the whole top off by just undoing that pin and that pin. Yeah, by undoing that pin and that pin, I'm able just to remove the whole top section off. See if I can get this out. There we go. Got that off. Now it should be easier to get this wire back out. There we go. So this is what powers the board when you fire in. So I'm just following through the Wolverine install of the grip, and I'm going to see if I can do it. So I've taken that out by undoing the two pins. That whole bottom just comes off. That comes straight out. And then we've got to pull this up. So let's see if we can flip that out. Like so. And then you can just, with your hand, just pull that out. So this bit comes out. It's just that, which was just literally pushed in, plugged in. So we've got that out. Follow through our next steps. Take the air line. It says to push this back through the back part of the receiver. We can. Okay, so we've got that pushed through. Now we're just going to pop out this front clip. There we go, like so. That whole thing slides. So the whole barrel came out, but I don't need that. Now we're going to undo this. And we're going to replace it with this one. So I need a 1/4 inch wrench apparently. I didn't have a 1/4 inch wrench, so I'm just using these grips, and I'm able to get enough on it just to undo that. There we go. It's enough just to tighten it, and then I can unscrew it by hand. Perfect. Now we got that hose off. Comes like that. And then we need to install this one. Now we're just going to screw on the new one. We screw most of it on by hand, and when it gets to that point, I'm just going to tighten it slightly. Okay. Alright, so that's ready to go. So I'm going to slide that back in. I'm going to look to push that back in and then push the clip in. So I need to make sure I line that up. So that way I can push this and that should clip that back into place. Let's see how we get on with that. Okay. Is that all good? I think that's into place. Alright. Then we're going to get the line and feed the line back through here. They said it doesn't matter if you kink it for now. It's quite strong. Just going to push it back through. There we go. That looks good. And also we're going to plug the cable back in here. I'm going to push this through. Make sure we can plug this back in. To be fair, he did say you can plug this in whilst you've still got this sticking out a little bit, but I've already clipped it in. Oh, there you go, it's easy enough to do by hand. Okay. Alright, now we've got that plugged in, we've got this here. We can just simply push this back. There we go. And that's pushed back in. Alright, now we're going to look with the bottom half. We can just get this wire out of the way for now, because we're going to look to take the grip off now. So here we need to, it looks like, get an Allen key in here, and we need to undo that bolt to get this grip off. Alright, now with the grip, comes with this Allen key. We're going to undo these Allen key screws here that's on the grip itself. What's nice actually is it only had 2 screws in the grip, so I only had to unscrew this one longer one that comes out of the middle there, and then there was one shorter one in here. The rest of them come in the bag, so these are the rest of the short ones that will go in, but luckily they didn't actually put them in the grip for me, so that it was easier just to take them out basically. Alright, so then we're going to put the spring in here, that part of the grip. Then that's going to line up here. So I believe this is the solenoid bit. So that's going to go in with a pointy end in first, I believe. Then we're going to line this up. Keep that tension on. And then the bolt that comes with it, we're going to use that bolt this time, and the Allen key that comes with it. Actually, we're going to remove that piece, which just sat in like that. I literally just pulled out. This is going to be easier. Still got the solenoid in there. The tricky bit is keeping that tension while I try and screw this up. So the only way to do this up with the Allen key that comes with it is little bit by little bit. With the Allen key that come with it, I did slowly manage to do the screw up, but it just takes you a lot longer. You just have to slowly do little pieces, because as you try and rotate this, it obviously hits the plastic, but you can slowly do it up, and I've got it nice and tight now. The regulator will just sit in there nicely. What I can do is I can get the cable for the board, poke that through, get that through like so. Just get that in there nicely. Now the top half, I can line that back up and look to push the pin back through. There we go. Bit of force. There we go. And that's back in. Now we can get the pipe, the airline, poke that back down. There we go. That's the airline poking down, which will allow me to then bolt that up. So now we've got the power on the board. Make sure I've got that right. We'll test that in a moment. Okay, now we're going to get this regulator, and we're just going to push this airline tube on the end. Just going to push it till it stops, and basically when it pulls back, it grips nice and tight onto that. And then we're going to push this into this airline sort of holder grip slot for it. Oh, there you go. That fits a bit better now. Not sure if that's fully in or not. No, it just sits like that. Okay, nothing much more to that, so if you can see. Okay, now that's the bigger screw. These are all my little screws. We're now going to put this piece back on. I'm going to let this cable either sit in here or just go through the other side. And this is just going to sit on there like so. Okay, so that's in, that's in. It was a bit tricky pushing it together, so I just had to use some grips just to give it an extra little squeeze at the top. It was a bit difficult getting that top bit. The bottom went together nice. I can see the pipes in nice. Cables here, it's all good. So yeah, solid. If I wanted to tighten that Allen key, I can still get to it. Want to give it make it any tighter, I can. So that's cool. Right, now we're going to put these little screws back in. Make sure the longer one's in the middle there. And then these little ones that come with it, but it was nice they didn't put them all in for me to remove. Comes with a little screwdriver, Allen key, sorry. Just going to put all them in. These ones are all the same size. It was just that one middle one that's slightly longer. So we make sure that one goes back where it goes. We're just going to do all of these up so it holds the second half of the grip on. Oh, it was the wrong Allen key. And then we're just going to slowly do them up. Right, so I've got all them screws up. So now we've just got the little window there where we can plug our battery in. So this is the battery I've got, which just powers on the trigger, the board. I'm going to plug that in. I'm going to put that in something like so. Yeah, it goes in nice. Okay, so we're just going to angle this down. So with the lines, that goes at the bottom. And then just push it down. And that's it. Does a sort of slide back and forward motion, and it's on. Then what we can do is we've got the air tank, and we're going to screw that on the end here then. And then I've got this, which I'm going to then protect the tank with that. And it's also got some grip to help hold onto your shoulder, which should be pretty cool. So let's see how that goes. Screw on the tank. Okay, I heard it go jump, so we've got air in. Screw that till it stops. There we go. And that's it. Sturdy, strong, solid. Yeah, it's not moving. Yeah, nice. So you can see we've got the regulator there. We're going to adjust the air through here, I believe. And then the marshals will put a cable tie through there and lock that to show you can't adjust it. But that's cool. You see I've already got air in there. Let's see if it's the same size as the one that comes with it. That doesn't, oh, maybe, yeah. Yeah, that does adjust it. And then if I just turn this on, because I'll put a battery in there. Yeah, we're firing. There you go. This then allows me to wear my full face mask so I don't go to work with marks all over my face. I can have my tank on my shoulder and I can look down the gun. Same this side. I can just look straight down the gun, get my head behind, got that support on my shoulder. I would switch hands, but I'm holding the camera, so. This is the MTW Billet Gen 3. There's a lot of people with the Wolverines. And this is how you can change it. So you've got the canister on the grip, and you can use a full face. I mean, it looks like you could even probably still put the stock on if you really wanted to, and you've got the canister on the grip. But I know some of the MTWs now, the newer ones, has the tank on the back of the, as a stock instead. So this is like your tank that will go on the back. But it's nice that we got some options. We can just use that grip. And I'm going to enjoy using my full face protection and use this gun. This also come with it, but I just have no idea what it's for. Opens up. If anyone knows what this is for, let me know. This also come with a grip. So just to finish off, I've got the tank. I put the cover on the tank so it gives me extra grip, protects the tank a bit. That's on show. It is just the grip, and it comes with the line. It comes with the Allen keys here for all of the screws I needed, including a new screw that goes up into there with the Allen key for that. And yeah, what I removed was the stock, the grip and the line, and I bought that as an extra, which was this thing, which I did just turn it and turn it and turn it. It got to a point where there was a little piece here that was really difficult to push in, but I just forced it enough that it just pushed into that gap, and now it's solid. It's not going anywhere. And it's got a patini rail on there as well. But yeah, it was just to cover that hole, to block that up. I've just put a little part of the barrel on there, just on the end, just for a barrel sock, just to go on the end, and then I can just pull that over the gun just to protect the end, because you might be coming in and out of the field with the tank still attached. you would technically be able to still fire. I've taken the battery out at the moment, but you would be able to fire, which hopefully you didn't have a ball in the chamber which would shoot. This will just protect that, because you're likely to not take the tank off every time. You're going to leave the tank on and probably take this into the safe zone, but make sure you cover the end. And that's that. Come with a patch as well, and yeah, a little stopper which was on the end there. That's it. Look forward to playing with this. It's going to allow me to use the full face. I'll be able to look straight down the gun. Got shoulder support. Yeah, can't wait.